Hey, what's up, everybody? I'd like to welcome you to an audio programming for beginners tutorial. And today what we're going to talk about is something that we did a screencast for last week, but I thought I'd do a video that's going to be just a little bit shorter and a little bit more concise, and that's how to get your project properly initialized with Git and putting it on GitHub, what to put on there, what not to put on there, so on and so forth. So just to give a quick demonstration here, I have a project and I've just done in this this tutorial recently. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize a Git repo. So what a Git repo does is that it basically enables us to have multiple versions of our project, and where we can go, and as we develop our plugin or whatever we're developing, then basically we can go back and we can revert if we mess up our project and that we need to go back to a previous version, or we can set off and create multiple branches of the same plugin, so we'd have multiple different versions if more than one of us is actually working on the plugin. But what I'm going to show you today is just the very, very, very basics of what to put on GitHub and just initializing your repo, just the very basics of it. Okay, so I'm just going to exit out of this project because it's not really relevant. Okay, and then basically here we are in GitHub. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to create a new repository. Okay, and this one is just going to be called state variable filter, because that's what I made recently. Okay, I'm just going to not worry about any of this and then hit create a repository. Okay, so now what we have is basically you have two different sides of the repository. You have your local repository, which is what you're actually keeping on the hard drive. Okay, that's actually what's local to your computer, to your actual machine. Then you have like a remote repository, which is something like this, like GitHub. Okay, so first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to just open my Finder here, and I'm actually just going to go to the folder where my project is. Okay, so if I go to Juice, Audio Programmer, it's called SVT plugin. So here I am. I'm in. This is the folder that holds all of my code, all of my everything for this project. So what I could do is I could actually just drag this over. So at the moment I'm just in my terminal here. Okay, I'm going to do CD, which means change directory, and then I can just take this and I can just drag this over like this and hit enter. Okay, and what that does is that actually takes me in the console to that folder. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the command git init, and what that's going to do is that's going to initialize the repository. Okay, so now I've initialized it. It says initialized empty Git repository. Okay, so there's nothing in there yet. It's just a Git repository. You can't see it because it's invisible here. It's a hidden file. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is so I don't want to put all of these files in here. Okay, there are only certain ones that I want to put in. So basically, I want the project file for this juicer project file. Okay, and I want the source code. The source code are just the actual CPPs and .h files, the actual code. Okay, so the language doesn't matter. Okay, just the most important thing to understand is that you really only need the source files for your project, and if it's running on some sort of framework, you need the actual framework file. Okay, so this other stuff, Juice library code. So basically, if we're in Juice, I don't know if you know anything about Juice or not, but basically this is all stuff, all this Juice library code is just stuff that is going to be used, is just comes with every project. Okay, so if another person is opening up your project in a different location, okay, they're gonna have their own, they're gonna have this already. Okay, so you don't need to upload that as well. Okay, same thing with builds. Basically, builds is just when you've actually compiled, you build your VST. This builds folder basically contains all of your builds. Okay, and once again, the other person, they can build it on their side, so they don't need the builds folder. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to create a way where they could, where Git, where our repository can ignore those two folders, builds and juice library code. Okay, so we're going to do it using this command. We're going to call it vim, okay, and then .git ignore. And what that does is that creates a text file called git ignore, and it basically says, so when I hit enter here, it's going to take me to a different screen, okay. And what this does, this is kind of this is what's called vim. So basically what I'm in right now, I'm in a text file, okay? So you don't really have to worry about the specifics of it. I would just say just kind of follow what I'm doing, and then, you know, as you go, learn why you're doing it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press I, the letter I, on my keyboard. So that's insert. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the name of the folders that I want to ignore. Okay, so I got builds. Make sure you put a slash afterwards, and then juice library code slash. Okay, now you can't, to escape out of this screen, you have to do a few specific things. Basically, first thing you got to do is you got to hit escape. Okay, so I've hit the escape key, and then you got to hit colon. Okay, and you can see that down there at the very bottom left there, colon, and then the letter W, which means write, and then Q, which means quit. Okay, so now that's fine. My git ignore is fine. Okay, so now what I can do is I can basically say add the file, add everything in here. Okay, and then what's going to happen is that it's going to ignore those folders that I've named. Okay, so I can just go git add dot. Okay, git add dot. Dot just means everything. Okay, so I've hit enter, and that's fine. Then I can do git commit -m. Okay, so this just means that I'm going to commit these files to my repository now. And then I'm just going to say, actually, I'm sorry. I'm actually just going to go back here, just make sure that I'm actually got everything in line with what GitHub is saying. Make sure I'm not missing anything. So git commit -m. Okay, -m just means I'm going to create a message. So basically I'm saving this, and then I'm just putting a message there. So if there's another developer that wants to come and work on the project, basically they can look at these different messages and see what is actually happening with the project. Okay, and here I'll just put created state variable filter in juice. Okay, and I've put that in quotes. Okay, it's very important. Put that in quotes. So I've done that. So that just means now it's added these files. Okay, and now I can do this command here. I'll just actually copy it and paste it here. So I've just pasted what I copied there, and that's fine. So that basically means that I've added this link on GitHub as my remote repository. So now what I can do, so basically I've linked what I have locally and what I have to this remote repository. And now what I want to do is basically I want to push these changes onto the remote repository, so that basically makes these two things the same, what I have locally on my computer and what I have remotely on this repository on GitHub. So I can say git push -u origin master. Okay, and so that's just going to upload that now. Okay, so now that's fine. Okay, so now if I just hit enter here, you can see that now I have this on GitHub. Okay, now if I wanted to clone it or basically download it, I could download it as a zip, or I could copy this link and just copy that. I'll just show you quickly how to do that. So if I go, So let's see, cd dot dot cd desktop. Just going to go to my desktop. Okay, so now let's say that I want to clone. Let's say this is somebody else's repository, and I just wanted to clone that. So basically, I could copy this link, and what I could do is I could say git clone, and then I just put the link in there, and then what it does is basically is copied that folder onto my desktop like so. Then if I open it, then you have the juicer file, and you have the source files, which is all that you should need to basically create the project from your side. Okay, so that's basically it. So that's just some basics about using a Git repo to save your work. Okay, and I'll go through a couple more lessons on this. So I hope this was helpful for you, and I will see you next time.